Perpetua and Felicitas of Tuburbi in Mauritania, and others violently put to death for the faith of the Son of God about the year 201. Perpetua and Felicitas were two very pious and honorable Christian women at Tuburbi, a city in Mauritania, a province of Africa. Both were very untimely apprehended to suffer for the name of Christ, as Felicitas was very far advanced in pregnancy, and Perpetua had recently given birth to a child, which she was nursing. But this did not make them faint-hearted, nor so surprise them that they forsook Christ, nor did it prevent them from going on in the way of godliness, but they remained equally faithful disciples of Christ, and became steadfast martyrs. According to the Roman laws, they waited with the pregnant woman until she delivered, before they sentenced her and put her to death. When the pains of labor seized her in prison, and she cried aloud for fear and anguish, the jailer said to her, "Thou art so much afraid and distressed now, and criest aloud for pain. How then wilt thou behave when, tomorrow, or the day after, thou wilt be led to death?" Felicitas replied thus, "Now I suffer as a poor woman the punishment which God on account of sin has laid upon the female sex, but tomorrow I shall suffer as a Christian woman for the faith and the confession of Jesus Christ." By these words she sufficiently indicated that she had firmly and immovably founded her faith upon Christ, who never forsakes his own, even though they be in the midst of the fire, and are consumed. God also specially strengthened her, that she might be able to endure her sufferings. With reference to this, Tertullian says, Perpetua, the very strong and steadfast martyr, had a revelation or vision of the heavenly paradise on the day of her sufferings, in which she saw none but her fellow martyrs. And why no others? Because the fiery sword which guards the door of paradise gives way to none but those who die for Christ. In the meantime, these two pious heroines of Jesus Christ were martyred, that is, they died a violent death, for the name of their Savior, for which they will afterwards be crowned with the unfading wreath of immortality as a triumph over the foes they overcame, namely, the cruelties and pains of death. The names of their fellow martyrs are Revocatus, Satyrus, Saturninus, and Cerundulus. It is supposed that the last mentioned one of these died in prison from extreme hardship, but that the others were all thrown before the wild beasts, such as bulls, lions, bears, leopards, etc., to be torn by them. Thus these exchanged their dear lives for death, for Christ's sake. It is testified that the dead bodies of the two aforementioned women were brought to Carthage and were buried there.